Hey Aries, Riverica here, reporting for duty on a trigger. Thank you so much for shuffling states of emergency into adoption spirit magic with us and steering clear of danger. Heartily, we are grateful. In this session, we are exploring what may help you assist you moving through June 2023 in the highest love and light. But before that, some disclaimers. I am not a doctor, a lawyer, therapist. I'm a fortune teller, so what I offer is no substitute for their services. Furthermore, what I share does not determine your future. Only your intentions and actions do. So please, use your gifts of discernment before deciding what to gather and take away from this reading. And of course, take only what resonates and blow like a kiss. Awesome. I love that. It's such a beautiful day. People out and about enjoying it. Thank you for helping me. Bless them and those passing by, and safe travels along their way. Blowing like a kiss all the stuff that doesn't belong to us for the universe to cosmic compost into beauty. And this reading is intended for fun and games, for shits and giggles, for entertainment, for flexing our heart, mind, body, soul, spirit, intuition, and emotions. And at the least, I hope to cause harm to none. At the most, I hope I may assist you on your healing path. All that said, yes, this is labradite, if you were wondering. And one word I would associate with this is transformation, but we're all different psychosocial science experiments, and what resonates for me may be different than what resonates for you. So I invite you to check out for yourself 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 27 different resources about the properties of this labradite or anything else you see that's calling your attention that you think may assist you on your healing path this June or throughout the next year, whenever you're seeing this. And yeah, play. The loss and trauma is so much that how can we get through it? Well, play. And so I invite you to explore that. And that's one of the reasons the rattle was calling to me today to play. There's an actual rattle not too far away, but this is one of the sound healing tools that helps us clear our space and stream in grace and get in that playful mode, that joyful mode. So fun. And we have a bell. And so I thank you, Aries, for helping to clear the space, holding the intention of seeing only love, and only love we shall see, and streaming grace in, clearing the space, streaming grace into replace. Thank you. Here we go. Mind, body, speech in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May ears awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Om. Peace. Shanti. Thank you, Aries. So fun. Thank you so much. Oops, pardon me. So this deck of cards is one of the only Romani decks in circulation that I am aware of. This is called the Living Altar. The Living Altar, you can find out more about them online at thelivingaltar.com, but I shall try to remember to leave details in the description for you. But the Living Altar is a deck created by Kiki Robinson and Ilva Drama Marzana Radzisuski. And you may find out more about them at their website, thelivingaltar.com, on Instagram. Also, their Altars Up Witches podcast you may enjoy. You may also enjoy the Halloween episodes of the Romanistan podcast, where the Romanistan creator Paulina Verminsky and her co-host Jessica Reedy invited Kiki and Ilva, the creators of this Living Altar, the Living Altar. They invited them over to share spooky stories. And so Kiki and Ilva share some spooky stories about the making of this deck of cards. So you may enjoy taking that in as well. And there is a new podcast hosted by the LA Times being released on Tuesdays called Foretold that you may be interested in supporting to honor Paulina Verminski and what she has been going through and her families and the work that the Romani have been doing to raise awareness and those in their community. So that's every Tuesday, that podcast from the LA Times called Foretold. And then afterwards, the Romanistan does a debriefing on that. So you may appreciate being a part of those circles and helping hold a safe sound space. So I appreciate sharing that with you. Thank you so much, Aries. So Aries, let's see what may assist you through June. You are a whole, full, loving, powerful spiritual being. And so am I, and we thank your source, spirit team, angels, galaxy guides, ancestors, saints, sages, gods, goddesses, universe is here for the highest love and light as well as mine. And we thank your source and my source for immediately shifting situation into what it needs to be, offering necessary insights, healings, acts of grace, protection. Heartily, we are grateful. So it was, so it was, and so it was, and so it was. Thank you for making this reading abundantly clear for Aries, what may assist Aries moving forward and running their business in the highest love and light. This June 2023, or through the next year, through June 2024, or whenever they are picking up this reading. Heartily, we are grateful. I apologize for going off the screen if I go off the screen. Oh yeah. There we are. Let's see. Aries. Gibbous moon. So pretty. So pretty. So pretty. So pretty. So you may check out some of the other readings that are part of your chart. I mean, all the signs are in your chart, but you know, there's some that maybe come into play a little bit more than others, but this card came up for another. All that to say. So you may check it out and just see if that's you too. Then you can really lean into the gibbous moon, research that, create ritual perhaps, or maybe you already have a ritual that's affirming what is, but what beautiful colors, right? The pink reminded me of the Anahata chakra. There's a little purple reminding me of the Sahasrara chakra, the heart chakra, the crown chakra, and then this reminds me of the throat chakra, the Visuddha chakra. These colors and the beautiful butterfly and everything a butterfly goes through to get there, like they totally disintegrate in the cocoon to become this beautiful butterfly. So recognizing what you've gone through to get to where you are. Thank you for being so strong and so courageous. So let's see what this gibbous moon has to offer you. And hopefully I catch it before my camera goes out. I see I have a low battery. So God bless it. God bless us all. The gibbous moon. There's 3 parts to this card reading, so you can come back to them at any time. So that may help you settle into this reading, knowing you can come back to it to help activate or integrate or embody different pieces that are speaking to you. You don't have to get it all right now. Sometimes that's such a relief to know that you can revisit things. And so that is one thing that this gibbous moon reminds you. Every time there's a gibbous moon, then you can come back to that place and honor that space. So the first part of this reading is the Witch's Wheel correspondence, and there may be 10 words associated with it, and they are fire, summer, south, adolescence, catalyst, midday transformation, cleansing, ritual, and creation. Midday and transformation were separate. I said them like they were together, but they're apart. And that catalyst is jumping out at me, like all orphans and adoptees. Wow, we really catalyzed a lot of people, from our birth mother and her families, to our birth father and their families, to our adoptive families and their families, and the communities. So that may be something to explore, as well as the cleansing of the old ways of life, the myths, the fairy tales, and cleansing the old way of life out, and streaming in grace to replace, transforming into this new way, this reality that honors, instead of sweeping under the carpet. Maybe having a ritual for that, to honor that creation. Super, super sweet thoughts there, Aries. So the spell, here it is. I will not give in to the apathy provoked by my resistance to change. I desire to liberate my identity by personally defining my place in the world. I deserve to align my desires to a principled set of values. I affirm my trustworthiness. I hold myself accountable to living up to the standards necessary to support these desires and my work in the world. I will not let my eagerness force my hand. I trust in the timing, and I am humbled. I make use of the tension by wrapping up loose ends. I transmute the weight of uncertainty into a supportive magnetism that calls my truth forward. I respect that the closer I get to fulfilling my goals, the more discomfort I may feel in the absence of who I was. I am what it takes to get where I'm going. Instead of pushing through, I give myself permission to lean into the discomfort, to rest, reset, and fucking rise. I move forward with confidence. So powerful, Aries, especially for the orphans and adoptees that are stepping away from the fairy tales, or for those who are perhaps dismantling the patriarchy, or those dismantling the gypsy myths, stepping into the new way of life, the new joyful, peaceful ways of life, and like honoring it, like trusting the timing, being humbled, using the tension, the transition by wrapping up loose ends. What wonderful suggestions, and honoring what is. There'll be these moments, and so how to work through that. Transmuting the weight of uncertainty into a supportive magnetism that calls my truth forward. Such a beautiful spell. I respect that the closer I get to fulfilling my goals, the more discomfort I may feel in the absence of who I was. Honoring what was and what will be and what is right now. So super sweet, Aries. And so taking the time to honor that this June, in all the ways that plays out. And over the next year, through June 2024, this spell is inviting you to do that in the different ways that appeal to you. So sweet. And so the guiding messages: the world can sense what is coming. Your work is preparing its place in the order of things. The energy of this moment is shifting the future. Yes, Aries, shift happens. Shift happens. You've seen. You can rest in that. You can rest in the work you've done. Affirming you are trustworthy, even if in the past you've been put in positions where you had to dishonor your own truth to stay fit into the family or the school or the society, like so many adoptees, orphans adopted, have experienced. You're living a new way of life. You've dismantled that old way of life. Not only have you dismantled that old way of life, you've done it in a way with peace and joy. And when you haven't been able to do that, you've been able to apologize and move forward in a different way, in love and light. And so super sweet. Thank you so much, Aries, for your tremendous work and for holding that space and honoring yourself. And that is what I am seeing for you for this June 2023 reading. Thank you so much for helping us breathe life into adoption spirit magic. Heartily, we are grateful. Until next time, ciao for now. I love you all.